All right, that's off and running.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's nice to be outside with you.
Nice to be outside with you. Welcome to the bar.
Welcome
friends.
to the bar, friends. We are outside today, hanging out.
Because it's like 25 degrees in April, and that does not happen in northern Canada.
So, yes, we have basically experienced what some would call some sort of insane heat wave here. And
I just spilled beer in my lap.
if you live around this area, this heat wave that we've experienced is definitely one for the record books. So we are taking full advantage.
It's a wonderful thing.
Because when things like this happen, it's an amazing thing.
You got a nice even burn.
I did.
I don't know what happened. I tried to even burn.
I got a nice burn.
Mm-hmm. I didn't. I got like more burnt on this side than on this side.
Yeah, we couldn't stay. We were pretty much outside all day today, and we don't even really want to go inside that much.
No.
Because this is like uncalled for up here. So we are enjoying a beautiful deck chill session here.
And we've been locked inside like
because it's so
vermin. I don't know.
Because it's like
vermin.
Because it's like cold and wet and rainy most of the time. But these past couple of days have been so nice that it's been pretty beautiful up here in northern Canada. And we called our deck the Mellow Bear. So welcome to the Mellow Bear.
Our deck is the Mellow Bear. Mm-hmm. Oh, a bead. When I was trying to make bracelets outside the other day, there's a bead.
Oh, nice. You had a bead kicking around.
Yeah, I lost one, I guess.
Did you?
Oops.
Nice. So I would say that spring is in the air. Yep. I mean, it feels like it. The trails are still super wet around here. So for us to do...
still snow.
That's what I'm saying. There's still a lot of snow in the bush and stuff. So we can't really hit the trails too much, but...
Not yet.
But, we'll be trailing it up pretty soon. Doing those trail walks.
That's me trail walking. I don't walk like that on the trail.
Yes, we swing our arms wildly on trails because we feel like if you swing your arms excessively while you're on a trail,
keeps bears away.
You're doing good for sure.
And it keeps bears away.
Exactly, and it keeps all the bears away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Amanda likes looking at the camera, and I prefer the technique of not even like looking that it's there. So.
Well, I like looking because I like to think that I'm talking to these people.
Yes, absolutely. Me too, but I just like talking to you and not being as interactive. So I have a different approach, I suppose. My approach is less,
inclusive,
interactive to visually staring down a device than just hanging out and talking to you.
It's not staring down a device. There's people on the other side of that device.
So you're looking into like what, someone's soul?
Yes.
You're
staring into your soul.
You're trying to oh, there you go. That's actually a cute look. I like that.
What, staring into their soul?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You had 3 flavors of ice cream the other day.
Oh, mango, chocolate, vanilla. Now, the mango with the chocolate was weird. Don't do it. The mango with the vanilla is awesome sauce.
Okay.
If you're in for like a sweet treat, it's sweet.
So mango and vanilla pans out.
Yeah, like if you had like mango with like vanilla whipped cream or something.
I love a little mango on the sushi. Like the mango sushi rolls?
Yeah, except I got the cream cheese one.
You have the cream cheese one?
Because there used to only be one mango sushi roll thing.
Yeah.
And now there's 3 of them, and I didn't know which one was which. So I picked one, and that was not right, because it was the only one that looked like it had the mango sauce on it.
Yeah, but how many different options of mango sushi rolls are there now?
3 now.
There's 3, yeah.
Yeah.
There
used to only be one before.
Cool. So you picked one of the mango sushi rolls, and you thought that it was the one that you had before, but this was a new, refreshing mango sushi roll.
It was good, but it's cream cheese, man. It's weird.
That's fair.
Not necessary.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, see, I'm a huge fan of little chunks of cream cheese, like tucked into the sushi rolls and stuff. I love cream cheese.
I do too, just not in a sushi roll.
I'm personally a cream cheese lover. And cream cheese and sushi rolls is awesome. I feel like that's great. I definitely enjoy a nice chunk of cream cheese inside a sushi roll.
Ah. Oh. I could leave it. I could leave it.
Okay. But we kind of swept off the deck. There was
I did.
There
I
was
did a real good
snow
job the
on
other
here. There was snow on this deck up until, I don't know, 2 days ago. And then we got 2 days of plus 24. And then that just
I
melted
think it's been
everything.
3, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been 3 days.
Yeah. Well, the first day, I think it might have got up to 20, but
I think it went higher than that.
maybe. But it's so nice to be back out on decks. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
so nice to be back out on our Mellow Bear. And we welcome you to the Mellow Bear, in spite of you not actually being at the Mellow Bear.
They're here
Welcome.
virtually.
They are here virtually at the Mellow Bear.
Maybe some people are watching through a VR headset, and it's like they're sitting right here with us.
Whoa. Yeah.
So that's
possible.
why you should acknowledge.
Hello,
There.
everybody.
He acknowledged.
I did one.
You get a cut.
Yeah, and this is our first, I guess, attempt at doing one outside, too.
Yeah, so
So-
if the audio is a little fucked up, that's why.
Yes, we are working through some new audio setup techniques. I am trying to learn to be a minimalist when it comes to certain equipment setups, because a lot of times it can be overkill,
That's true.
but it really depends on
All
what
the
you're
ring lights.
what
and
you're
this
going
and
for.
that.
I know. I'm a minimalist when it comes to setup for things. So I am a strong believer that less is more. But if you can achieve a decent quality kind of concept of what you're going for, then less is definitely more, for sure. For sure. For sure.
For sure. I'm feeling orange today.
Are you feeling orange?
I have a whole lot of orange going on. Yeah, feeling orange.
I'm feeling manual lawnmowers that don't require gas or batteries.
So they don't make obnoxious sounds and destroy your mind.
Just those classic little manual mowers. Just the little blade that spins.
Yeah. Do those actually work?
No, I must say I'm a huge fan of the battery lawnmower.
They're
I must
quieter.
say, thanks to the inventors of the battery lawnmower.
Who invented the battery? Was that an Edison
Who
thing?
invented the battery?
Was that Edison?
I don't want to dig in my memory bank for who invented the battery. I have to rewind some history tapes.
You know, there's so many things that have been invented over time, and
Yeah.
I am a terrible person. I don't know.
Come on. You
I don't
can't.
know inventors.
You can't go back and remember every invention ever and who did what all the time. It's impossible, really.
Sure, there's some people that do that.
I guess so. But I mean, I don't know. I don't spend my days holding in my memory the people who invented everything that we live with day to day. But I mean, there's been a lot of cool inventions that are kind of new-ish that you still don't even really know, where they're always coming from or what kind of the different concepts are that to get them here, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, battery lawnmowers have been around for a while, but I mean, naturally, they are way quieter, much more friendly to use. I've converted over, so, I'm personally... I couldn't go back to a gas mower. I feel like the battery ones for me are working good.
I've never used a lawnmower.
You've never used a lawnmower?
I've never used a lawnmower. No.
She's never used a lawnmower, folks.
I've never lawn mowed.
She's never lawn mowed.
I used to scrape up the clippings and stuff when my dad would lawn mow.
See, I'm a good mower of the lawn, so you don't have to mow the lawn.
Thank you. I feel like it would be hard to push the lawnmower.
Well, I mean, there's...
And I feel like that's a guy thing. I don't know.
There's something, classy about doing the lawnmower. It's just kind of good for the soul to get out there and get that grass mowed, It's just a part of your day. You got to get out there and you got to mow that grass. But I probably won't have to do that for another few weeks, so, there's still some snow back here. We were thinking of maybe having a bonfire, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's gonna rain.
It's supposed to rain in about an hour here, so
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be able to do that tonight. It's getting a little cloudy.
She's coming.
Yeah. It's getting a little... But it's nice we can see our fire pit again,
Yep,
so that's cool.
it's there.
Yeah.
Survived.
And I'm gonna do a nice little garden again in the backyard this year. I enjoy doing kale. I usually have good success with that. And I do peas. I'm getting good success with gardening peas.
Oh, and they're so good.
So those are going to be my two main focuses, kale and peas in my garden this year. And yeah, if I could get some kale and some peas going again, I'll be super stoked about that.
Yeah. I may or may not be going to Wyoming. I don't know yet. Haven't decided.
Jurassic Fest.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I've never heard of it before. So, I've been invited.
Yep. Well, you love dinosaur things, and I think, any event that's based around that is super cool.
It's a lot of fun. I've been to one dinosaur event like that where it was like a weekend thing in Montana, and
That's
it was
cool.
so much fun. Oh my god, it was fun. And there was this little river that goes through the town. I don't remember how long it is, but they have a rubber ducky race
That's cool.
every year during this
Nice.
dinosaur festival.
That's awesome.
They just
Yeah.
they get those like little yellow rubber duckies and write a number on the bottom
Oh,
and put them in the river and
then they just go?
Yeah,
That's
then
so cool.
Whoever's duck gets to the end first gets a prize.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Only in Montana,
Yeah. The rubber ducky race.
the rubber ducky race.
They used to. I think Junction Creek here used to do a similar thing.
Oh really?
Yeah. But I think that ended I don't know when the last time they did that. But I'm pretty sure they used to do it down at the creek up the road.
That's fun.
And they did kind of the same, I don't know if it was balls or if it was ducks or I don't know, but the rubber ducky sounds classic. The rubber ducky race.
It's really
where
funny.
you just throw them in and they all just
It's
go
really
down.
funny to see like a slew of rubber duckies going down a river. It's just, if you don't smile at that, then
Yeah.
you might as well hang yourself.
Yeah.
Because
How do you not
you're
enjoy?
not going to experience.
How do you not
any joy
enjoy
in
a
life.
bunch of rubber duckies going down a stream? That's pretty awesome.
It's hilarious. It's so funny to watch 100 rubber duckies going down a stream.
It's pretty cool. I mean, to me, that sounds like a super enjoyable thing.
Do you think JR will ever sponsor us?
No, probably not.
That'd be really cool, though.
Sure.
JR.
Yeah.
James Reddy.
You know what?
Proudly Canadian.
JR, we love your beer, and we've been drinking it for many, many years. So if they want to send some good vibes our way, we wouldn't say no. I love JR. It's such a good beer. Nice.
You actually introduced me to JR.
Did I?
Yeah, I had never had it before you.
Welcome to the JR.
Yeah, and I never went back. I
That's
was
what I'm saying.
Wait, this is the cheapest beer. It tastes good, and it's 5.5%.
JR
beat that.
is always going to be there for you. JR is the beer of the people because they know to keep their prices reasonable and they know how to make a good beer. So in my mind, cheers, JR,
Yeah,
for being
cheers,
the beer
JR,
of the people.
whoever you
man.
are.
The beer of
Is
the
he
people.
a real person, James Reddy?
James Reddy, yeah, it's a whole story about James Reddy.
Do you know the story?
No, you know what? Out of the years that I've been drinking the beer, I never even went super deep on the story of I know, they have. Don't they have a thing? Is that someone banging out there?
Yep, someone's banging something.
Yeah, it's Moosehead Brewers.
We go from winter to construction.
Yeah, we have 2 seasons up in this part of the world. It's winter and then it's construction. And people love construction. I actually just redid this deck. So you're seeing the deck
This
and I did all the work on it and she helped with the staining and the painting and
picked off a whole lot of paint.
yeah. So this deck is actually a lot of time into renovations of this deck.
Yes, many an hour.
Yep, but it's super fun, and we named it the Mellow Bear,
We did.
and it's super fun to hang out on, and I'm glad that we're back on the deck because it's long when you're inside for our winters up here. And we look forward to patio season up here for about 6 months because it goes away. and it doesn't come back for about 6 months. So we have an early kind of taste. These past 3 days have been some sort
we've
of
been spoiled.
yeah, it's been unheard of. Unheard of how warm it is up here. In these past 3 days, we've probably broken some records. I would say.
Probably.
Like we had to do it. We had to come outside. Like we had to come outside. There was no way we couldn't come outside.
I have multiple layers of sunburn at this point because I could not be inside. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. No, it's true. So we also basically have 2 skin tones. We have ghost white, which appears in the winter, and then we have sunburn, which is basically us coming out of ghost white. So when you live up here, that's pretty much how it goes down. You go from ghost white to sunburn.
Yeah.
That's basically about it.
Yep.
That's basically about it.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, and it's not too bad. I mean, it is a beautiful, kind of place to live, and it does get cold, but when it's nice, it's nice. And the past 3 days have been like insanely beautiful. We've tried to be outside doing stuff as much as possible.
Mostly just sitting.
Yeah. Just honestly, when the sun comes out and it's that warm, you just want to enjoy being outside in the sun.
I've been still trying to read that witch's book. It's a weird one. Maybe it was just like a weird chapter. I don't know. I'm going to keep going. Because
cool.
I want to read it.
Nice.
But yeah, the author's got a weird way of writing.
Yeah, for you find like you have a more difficult time reading books that kind of are written just in a complete different fashion that you would write?
Or that I'm used to reading.
But it's probably good for you though, right?
Probably.
It expands your way of kind of viewing the spoken word, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. That's
and
cool.
like it slows me down too because I have to think more about it.
That's cool.
As I'm reading it. So it might take me a lot longer to read a book like that. But what?
I just can't. No, I didn't want to like segue out.
Oh
of the
no,
book
I thought
thing.
you saw something.
No, I'm just like. So usually when the snow melts, the ice is piled up for a while, but I'm flabbergasted how fast it just disappeared.
Yeah, it's gone.
Like there was about a foot of ice on the eavesdrops and the roof 2 days ago, and now it's just like it's just gone.
Bye.
Like we snapped into this like hot spring thing out of nowhere, and I was just like, okay,
Just bye.
nice.
Bye.
And yeah, I mean, like I usually put deck lights, but since we just kind of hacked it out here, the deck lights aren't.
Well,
up
I
yet.
wasn't sure yet.
Yeah.
Because this is not.
I know. This is just
normal.
us being really excited that
Yes.
spring is here. Spring is here.
Spring is here.
Exactly.
It's here
And she
finally.
has her Jamaica earrings on.
I do.
So those actually come from
They
Jamaica.
come from Jamaica, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're like really thin. Like they're very delicate. They don't
okay.
look delicate, but they are
Okay.
delicate.
Fair.
They're made out of like a really thin metal
Ah.
that I guess has had some like I can't remember what that effect is called, but you'll see that in a type of drum too that like
Oh, yeah. Sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, absolutely. Like
Those
a
big
steel
round
drum.
ones?
Like a steel
Yeah.
drum.
Yeah,
steel
so
drum.
it has that kind of texture to it,
Cool.
but really, really thin, and, which is nice because they're really light. So
Huh. Well, that's
and they look
super
like
cool.
moons, which I really like. I find.
Yeah, they kind of do. I know what you mean.
Because my hair is in the way.
No, they do look like moons.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. That's super awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I also love roasting marshmallows, and I'm excited to have some fires and
Mellow.
do some s'moresing.
We gotta try a new type of chocolate in the s'more this year.
Well, we've contemplated many different types of chocolate to eat inside of the s'more, but I don't think we've ever concluded what the best chocolate is to put in the s'more.
No.
Like, we've gone back and forth a few times on chocolate inside the s'more, but
Like right now, I'd say hands down is still a Hershey's chocolate.
yeah, like a dark chocolate.
I like the dark chocolates.
Yeah. Kind of the nice thinner. For the s'mores, I think the thinner
The thinner chocolate.
the thinner
yeah.
the better.
Yeah, especially with dark chocolate because it takes longer to melt than milk chocolate does.
True. That's true. Yeah.
But there's got to be, I don't know. I wanna explore the world of chocolate
In s'mores.
and s'mores.
In s'mores.
We'll do a play-by-play overview different types of chocolate
In
for
s'mores.
our friends
In s'mores.
that join us at the bar. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for joining us again at the bar today. Whoever likes to keep up with our schmegel as we schmegel along. I think schmegel's a cool word for just conversation. I think if you say schmegel, like you want to just have some schmegel, it just means like you want to just talk about stuff. Like
that
let's
what it means?
schmegel. Yeah, I'm
Schmegel?
just making it up, but I think that's a cool word.
Schmegel.
What are you guys up to? We're just schmegeling.
Schmeglin.
Just schmegeling. You're doing what? Schmegeling. We're just schmegeling along.
See, it makes me think of Schmeagol, though.
Oh.
Which is Golem from The Lord of the Rings. Schmeagol.
Or Mr. Meeseeks.
Hi, I'm Mr. Meeseeks.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks.
No.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks.
Hi, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Yeah.
We started watching Rick and Morty.
Well, we've been catching up on the seasons from many years ago, and that is one of
we're
those
behind.
shows for us that we are behind the 8 ball on, like times 1,000.
Yeah, and
We had so many people. Like,
I've never said this, but I regret.
Wow.
Not
being so far behind the 8 ball
yeah.
on the Rick and Morty train. The Rick and Morty train is hilarious, and it's just
I want to
so
pee my pants
funny.
every time.
Honestly,
Every time. Rick
like-
is my
yeah.
either my alter ego or my future self.
Yeah, no,
Not sure which one.
The Rick and Morty train is by far some of the funniest, writing and storytelling that is in like a cartoon.
amazing.
Like, the writing in it is just and just the way that they animate it and the whole thing. It's just such a fun
And
show.
it's clever. Like
so clever.
The science that they actually bring out in that show is accurate.
That's what I'm saying. So,
but you wouldn't think because of the way they present it.
yeah, and it's such a unique way of making a cartoon.
It's
that,
so much fun.
Slow clap to Rick and Morty. We apologize for being so far behind the 8 ball on the Rick and Morty train, but we're catching up.
Lub-a-dub-dub.
We're catching up slowly. I think, the one thing that
Or lubba-lubba-dub?
Lubba-dub-dub?
Is it lubba-dub-dub or lubba-lubba-dub?
Lubba-dooba-dab.
Lubba-dooba-dab?
Lubba-dooba-dab.
No, that doesn't feel right.
No? Lubba-dub-dub. Nice. First outdoor burp.
What? I've burped 3 times.
First outdoor burp that I've captured.
That was the 3rd outdoor burp.
I'm gonna have to see if the other ones were as good as that one, though,
Okay, that's fair.
because I feel like that one was the genuine one. I kind of might have heard another couple smaller ones, but that one,
I don't know.
that one sounded like it was the genuine one. But you do it so often now that it's just kind of ingrained in me that
See, Rick,
yeah, true.
right? He talks and just burps, and he keeps going.
That's a good point. Yeah. But it's beautiful out here, and there's no bugs yet. That's why it's so
Well,
nice.
there's a few, but there's no
couple. Yeah, a couple.
it's not like when end of May, June starts rolling around and you can't sit outside when the sun's setting because you will get swarmed by mosquitoes.
I know, it's crazy.
And the mosquitoes over here are like the size of small birds. So
Yeah, we have prehistoric mosquitoes that are basically the size of small birds.
oh, you got a white hair right there. That's awesome.
Where?
Right here. It's like the first white hair on your head. There it is. There it is. It's cute.
Well, I'm in White Beard Club a long time ago, so I guess it's just a matter of time.
Isn't it funny how your beard comes later, but it goes white first?
Yeah.
Is that weird? I mean, I don't have a beard. That doesn't happen to me. Mm-hmm. And I've had gray hair since I've been in my 20s.
For real?
Yeah, I started getting gray hairs really early.
I kind of never really noticed them
I
that
dye
much.
my hair a lot.
But I think,
If I pull my hair back, especially how it is now, you can see them.
Do you think
I also have white nose hairs and eyebrows.
That's funny. Do you think a lot of girls dye their hair at a younger age because they don't want the white hairs to come through?
No, girls don't think about that when they're
No?
younger. Ugh. You just want to dye your hair every color because you can.
That's fair. But if you see a white hair, wouldn't you want to just get rid of it? Or like, do you start being like, oh no, not the white hairs? Or does it have an impact on you?
Oh yeah, like it did for me anyway. Like my first few white hairs, and don't do this because you're not supposed to. But I would pluck them because I didn't want them to be there because I was like 25.
Yeah. So you're 25, some white hairs are coming in and you're plucking them.
Yep, because I don't want them to be there. But then enough of them start showing up and you're like,
Yeah.
And apparently they're hard to dye over. Like that's what my hairdresser tells me because the, I guess, chemical makeup of gray hair is different from younger hair.
Okay, so they're harder to dye over the gray hairs.
Yeah, they don't absorb and hold on to the dye the same way that your like regular hair does.
No doubt. The hair dye just slides off. Those white hairs want to stay white. They don't want no dye coming in those white hairs. If you got a white hair, you can't dye that. You can't. This is nature being like, you got a white hair. You got a white hair.
Like, I hope when I start, like, going a lot more gray that I go, like, a nice white gray and not, like, that gross, dark, dull gray. My grandmother, though, I commend that woman for how her gray hair grew in because it was the coolest shit.
Why was it so cool?
Because it only grew in on the sides for years.
What?
Yeah, like she wouldn't have gray hair on like the top part of her head. Like she had short hair.
How does that happen?
I don't know. It would only grow in on the sides, and then like the top part of her head was like dark brown.
What?
So she looked like fucking Bride of Frankenstein with like these gray streaks on the side of her head. I'm like, people paid money, lots of good money for that.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So some people try to make their hair look like her hair was, but she had the natural vibe of that. Yeah, it's wild, eh?
Yeah.
No, I know. And I think like it's fascinating to me when you talk about like changing your styles or getting a cosmetic surgery or something. It's like, you know, somebody that's born with something a certain natural way, and then somebody else wants to get a surgery or get something done to look like that. And I find like it's so like interesting, but like kind of bizarre. You know what I mean? It's like what's our fascination with trying to get like that exact look that we want to look like?
I don't know.
Like, why are people so like fascinated?
I think that goes back to like early human history. Like, I think that goes back to at least Greece, if not before that. Because definitely during early Greece, they were very obsessed with like the human form and the human body, and that's why you see a lot of those like perfect human sculptures. Because they just like loved the human form. And I think that like you'll hold on to your ancestral DNA.
Sure. Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Little bits of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's partially where it comes from. But there's like some gnarly horror stories out there of like people that try to look like. There's one woman that tried to look like Nefertiti. Nefertiti was I think she was a queen.
Okay.
Egypt.
Yeah, I feel like I remember. Yeah, Aphrodite.
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah.
Nephrotitis. Is it a nephrotitis something, or did I just make that up? Nefertiti?
Nefertiti. Nefertiti, yeah.
So she was a god.
No, she was a queen.
A queen. A queen god.
No, she existed.
Okay.
She was a real person.
Well, there are some gods that existed.
she's-
Like Picasso, he was a god.
Depends on who you talk to, I guess. But she was like one of the most beautiful people that have ever existed, according to like math.
Yeah.
So there's this woman that tried to get a bunch of plastic surgery to look like her.
Yeah.
That didn't know. And then there's this other girl who got a bunch of plastic surgery to look like Barbie,
I think I remember that story.
which is really creepy
Yeah.
because she actually looks like Barbie. like the doll, not like the real person, because Barbie is a real person.
Yeah. So she tried to look like Barbie the doll by getting a ton of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
That
creepy.
didn't really pan out, I guess. Or
Well,
did it pan
I
out?
think for her it did, because she does look like a Barbie, but
I guess you know,
scary.
my understanding of kind of human esque ways is that as long as the person is happy doing, you know, whatever maybe aesthetic things that they're doing, then go for it. You know what I mean?
but
like,
those aesthetic things can cause problems, like the girl
I
that
suppose.
the girl that wanted to look like Nefertiti got like her nose shaved down because Nefertiti has a very thin nose.
She has a thin nose, yeah.
Got really thin nose, at least from depictions.
Yeah.
And so what ended up happening is she had problems breathing through her nose because of the surgery, and there was other things that happened too because of the plastic surgery she got. So it's just like, it's not quite as simple as being like, hey, I want to look like that,
Yeah.
so do this for me.
That's true.
Like, it can cause other problems.
Yeah, man, it's true.
It's just like, I don't say yay or nay.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, if it makes you happy and if
Yeah.
it makes you feel confident, then go for it. But learn about it.
And there's a lot of things like if you want abs, you're just gonna just do a lot of crunches, eat healthier, you'll get the abs, but you have to put in the time to do the reps and the crunches and the workouts. You know what I'm saying, though?
Or get an airbrush.
That answers all the things that are so questionable about
I know.
about the times that we live in.
Right?
About the times that we live in. Or get an airbrush.
What is real anymore?
Or get an airbrush, she
Is
says.
it AI? Is it makeup? Or is it real? We don't know.
It's hard to tell. But I think keeping it real and, you know, using an airbrush to put on your abs are basically the polar opposites, maybe.
And maybe, like, if you're going to a beach or something, make sure that if you're using an airbrush to put your makeup on, that's not just going to wash off with water.
Fair. You wouldn't want to
That'd
have
be
like
embarrassing.
you wouldn't want to have like 4.5 abs or like 3 abs and a washed out one or something like that.
4.5 abs.
You're like, check out my abs, and then like the airbrush is like dripping off.
I feel
got
like
these,
that'd be a really
streaks.
funny movie scene.
You got these like streaks
With,
and your
like,
abs are like dripping or something.
What's his name? Jonah Hill.
Oh yeah, he's got sick
I don't know.
airbrush abs.
No, but I feel like it would be a really funny Jonah Hill scene.
Okay, yeah, he could probably pull that off.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Just the airbrushed abs or
Where
something.
he doesn't realize that like the airbrushing is gone or like partially gone.
Yeah.
And he's like standing there on the beach and everyone's laughing at him.
Yeah, he's got like the airbrushed abs going on
Or
or
everyone's
something
like
like that.
pointing or something. You think
Yeah,
it's because he's
yeah,
all
yeah.
like sexy.
Yeah, but the airbrushing's like coming off and doesn't even realize, come out of the water or something like that.
It's so funny.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be hilarious. I love when you just think of a random scene like that just out of nowhere
I
or
don't know. That's
something.
the way my brain works.
I know.
It thinks in movies and cartoons.
Yeah, the creative mind, I agree. I often think in like scenes or like, you know, just kind of like skits. Like I find myself thinking like that a lot. You know
I
what I mean?
often perceive things in cartoon form.
Yeah, like that's a funny skit or that would be like a funny scene or something like that. I kind of view things a lot like that too myself,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of the best ways to like view like different things.
If you
right?
look at everything as it's a cartoon, like it takes on a whole other level of joy.
It's so true. It brings a lot of happiness into your life.
Does.
Absolutely. Construction season.
Hello?
Hello?
I wonder
But
how
yeah.
much of this is going to get picked up on the microphone.
I don't know. I'm not sure. This is kind of like a test run, so I'm not sure what audio we're kind of going to get as far as how it's going to pan out. But I hope that it's good enough. But
I hope
don't know.
so.
I don't know. It's a test run. It's a minimalist. It's a minimalist approach. So our neighborhood has a ton of dogs,
All the dogs.
and I think we could be the only people that don't have a dog. It's quite possible.
I think so.
So I love dogs, but I don't have a dog personally. And there's so many dogs around here that they make up for the dog that we don't have, because there's dogs all over the place
I
around
know.
here. And yeah,
There's so many dogs.
that's it.
So many dogs.
That's it.
I wonder if anyone else around us has spiders. Probably not.
Yeah. We have 2 spiders, and they're doing good.
Yeah.
They're doing quite good.
Yep. I think Spooks is happy with all the food that she's been getting.
Absolutely. We rescued a spider, and we rescued 2 spiders.
Both of them are rescues, yeah.
So we have 2 spider rescues, and I never thought that would happen, but yet here we are, many moons down the road, and we are taking care of 2 spiders. Wow, we are unique.
I want to figure out how to turn our aquarium into a lizard terrarium.
So we suck with aquariums.
Yes, we've determined that we suck. And I don't want to be those people that do the thing where you get the aquarium and then you sell it on Kijiji. I don't want to be those people.
I know. There's so many, and you can see the cycle of Kijiji aquariums being sold. It's definitely like trying to cycle a tank, except instead of cycling the tank, you just end up putting it on Kijiji for sale because you're just like, oh, another dead fish.
Oh, fuck.
But we tried to do fish for a long time, and for some reason our fishing was just not the best.
Fishy enough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we don't have the best of luck with aquariums, but we're learning a lot about aquariums. We're trying to get better at aquariums and stuff, so that's kind of cool. But
and we got the most stupidest size aquarium too.
Why do you feel like it's a stupid size?
Because it's just too small for a bigger fish, and just too big for a little fish, and not quite big enough for 2 little fishes.
Well, if you put it into that perspective, it gives it a unique view of the tank itself. But yeah, I can kind of see your perspective on that. Aquariums and learning how to get the right size tank for what you want is super important. But we just noobed our way in.
We did.
We just totally noobed our way in, like complete noobs. We went in full noob and decided we're just going to try this.
Yep.
And I mean, I think a lot of times, and especially with, different stuff, is you have to learn by just noobing your way in. I mean, it doesn't really matter what it is, but you have to be a noob at some point, I suppose. You have to be a noob at some point, I suppose. But when it comes to aquariums, we definitely took the noob train.
We did.
The noob train into aquarium land.
We rode it all the way to the end.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't say that it was a complete failure. I mean, we're taking a break.
Fish was not our fault.
We're taking a break. Yeah, something happened to a feeding puck. I don't know if anybody else out there has had some difficulties.
Mystery lost fish of death.
Yeah, some feeding pucks, but we
Let us know.
definitely ran into some issues.
I keep looking here because, usually our microphone is where the camera is. Mm-hmm. So I'm, looking this way.
I just completely forgot that there even is,
But our microphone is that here.
Is that the camera over there? We live in such social times where there's literally just cameras everywhere that I just ignore them all because you just develop some sort of, if you're constantly, feeling like you're always looking for a camera or something. It's so dumb. And those, light cameras, I don't know how I feel about those.
Light cameras?
Catching people that go through the red lights, questionably or something,
A mosquito.
Already?
I just saw it. It went that way. I shit you not.
I think everything as far as what you're used to is changing a lot because
everything.
The weather is insane right now for this time of year, and it would
doesn't matter where you live.
Would make sense to see mosquitoes now because you never used to.
No.
But I think now it almost makes sense.
Yeah, mosquitoes didn't used to come out until May,
At
June.
least end of May, June.
Yeah.
Here,
yeah.
But now we're
mid-April.
We're mid-April, and we're already seeing mosquitoes.
Yeah.
This
really
is
early.
a unique, different time to be alive. It's a different time to be alive. The world is not the same place.
No.
You want to talk about, you can go into the endless conversations about the climate, which is a topic that you can just talk about for, centuries. But it's definitely not the same. You know, there's no way we would be out here at this time in this
No.
attire.
No.
You know, even a couple of years ago, I don't think.
No.
It's just nuts
And
how
like
it's shifted.
Arizona's gotten snow, and it's really funny because a friend of mine went to Montana over the weekend. They had like a paleo thing there, and she was posting pictures, and they're still wearing like winter coats because it's still cold and snowy
Where's that?
in Montana.
No way. So they're in the kind of more western pocket.
Yeah, they're further west, too.
Dipping below Alberta.
Yeah.
And those can get the cold kind of vortexes.
Well, they
coming
get
through
gnarly
there.
winters there too.
Totally, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But it's just like such a vast difference between here and there,
I know. Yeah.
which
and-
is weird because usually we're fairly similar.
Yeah. No, I know, and it's beautiful, and like it's such a nice night out tonight. Like it's just crazy nice out, but it's definitely different, and you know you just have to get used to the new kind of the trends and the new weather patterns to just be like, wow, it's a beautiful day. And when we get them up here, like we're outside like all the time. Like when we get a nice day, because they can be spotty, but when we get such a nice day like today in the past couple of days, like we just have to be outside. I can't be inside. It just doesn't make sense, you know. It's like I gotta go outside. It's over 20 degrees and sunny. Like I'm going outside to do something.
Yeah, I think today it went up to 25 or 26,
Yeah, exactly.
something like that.
Exactly.
Celsius?
So
For those of you, that,
yeah. Well, I mean Celsius, like I don't know. What do you think makes more sense, Celsius or Fahrenheit? What do you
I
think?
grew up with Celsius, so to me, like that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I feel like if you grew up with Fahrenheit, probably makes more sense.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's once again one of those things that we as people couldn't agree on one system, so we have two systems to take care of the weather. We have Celsius and Fahrenheit because we couldn't just agree on one system. So let's have two,
Make it
right?
confusing for everybody.
That's what I'm saying, though, is we have and this is across the board in so many different things. Why can't we just have one system? No, we can't agree on one
Of
system.
course not.
We gotta have two, Celsius or Fahrenheit. Which one you like, you know? You're battling it out on the temperature scale. Celsius, Fahrenheit, Celsius, Fahrenheit. Right?
Yep.
Miles, kilometers, miles. It's like, but yeah, it's over 20 Celsius. So we gotta clear that up. That's right. Celsius.
Celsius.
I don't even know which one. I think Fahrenheit probably makes more sense because it has a wider range.
Okay.
But because I grew up with Celsius, I think personally I'm just used to it. But I think Fahrenheit just has a bit of a wider range, so I can understand it.
That's fair.
Yeah. But I mean, because I grew up with Celsius and I was taught that, you know, it's kind of like, well, I understand that more. But then all of a sudden you jump in a sauna and it's like Celsius doesn't exist. It's 140. If it was 140 Celsius in the sauna, you'd be dead.
Well, it's
so,
not that Celsius doesn't exist.
It's like,
It's not like if it gets so hot, like Celsius doesn't exist. It
yeah,
still
I know,
exists.
I know. But I'm just saying, like, but it's so weird to me. Like, if I go in a sauna, all of a sudden, all I'm saying is, I don't care what it is in Celsius in the sauna. Tell me it in Fahrenheit
Because it sounds more badass.
yeah, it's 160. It's like, whoa, it's 160. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
So if you're in like a sauna, it's like, just give it to me in Fahrenheit. Like, what are we? 180, 190, 200. I don't think I've ever been in a sauna that's been.
I
that
don't
hot.
think I. No.
200. I
feel like
don't
you'd
think
toast.
I've like.
You-
I don't think
no.
I think the hottest saunas I've been in, like 160 is pretty steamy. You can't stay in that for too long.
No.
That's like a quick in and out.
Yeah.
I think my comfortable sauna temperature is like 120. Like I can kind of rock around there for a while. You start getting the sauna up to like 160, like you're sitting there.
You're making the face.
And then if your sauna's above 160, you're just like, "Bah!" and you're just holding on. You have the sauna face and you can't like sauna anymore because you're just like, but yeah, it's like I love saunas, but yeah, Fahrenheit. I'm always doing saunas in Fahrenheit. Celsius just goes out the window. It's like everything else, Celsius is great, but you get in the sauna, you tell me that in Fahrenheit, because we're going in the hundreds.
That's funny.
We're launching it to like 100 and whatever in the sauna. Yeah, so that's how I don't know. That's kind of like more what I use Fahrenheit for. Saunas only. Jazz hands and saunas only. But yeah, it's always interesting to kind of go back and forth on the Celsius, the Fahrenheit thing. It's like, we couldn't just pick one. Let's use both.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, my beer is done.
Are you?
It's getting dark.
Is the sun kind of... well, let's see. The clouds are kind of coming.
The clouds are coming. I feel like we should...
It's still nice. It's still nice, though. Still nice out.
Yeah, but my beer is done, and I'm getting a little cool.
Okay, maybe we could wrap this up, get some freshies, and then just kind of come back out and hang out for a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe with on a jacket or something. Maybe?
Maybe.
We'll pan it out. We'll see how we feel. And then maybe in an hour or a couple hours, we'll come back out or something. It depends, though, because it's supposed to rain, and I can see some clouds. So
yeah,
we're going to have to play it out. But for now, let's take a break. Let's go inside. We'll say goodbye to the bar. Thank you for coming out to the bar today. Our first deck episode.
Thanks for coming to the bar.
We hope you guys had a fun time hanging out with us on our deck bar. The
Mellow
Bear. The Mellow Bear is what we called our deck bar.
Glow.
Yeah. Oh, it came on.
Oh my God, it's on.
It's on.
There it is.
There it is.
It closed.
So this thing is super cool, and we got this at a pro shop. We got it at a
Bass Pro
shop.
Are we allowed to say that? Bass Pro?
Are we allowed to say that? She's always so like questionable. Like, can we say something? It's like,
but it's funny because I question it after I say it.
it's like, yeah, we got it at a store. We got it at a store. You know where you get things and stuff at a store. But did this inspire Mellow Bear, or
yeah,
did we
I think
just?
So. No, because I got you this for Christmas.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, so it got a bit of sun already, and I think it's kind of like max levels of glowing right now.
Yeah, this is the brightest I've ever seen it.
Yeah, so it definitely got enough sun for it to be. And I mean, you know, this stuff, not such a tiny solar kind of panels, like powering that small little battery in there, right? So it's kind of neat that they can run, you know, such small circuits inside those solar panels to kind of make the super cool lights like that, and have a little bear roasting marshmallows with like a little LED kind of fire. I love this thing. This thing is super cool.
I'm glad you did.
I'll leave it on. Why'd you turn it off for?
Because we're going.
Yeah, but I want to leave it on.
Yeah, but we're leaving.
Well, we can leave. You know what? I'm not sure, because I got to go all the way back in there to stop this one. So why don't we just cut the ending? So we can just do like cheers, and then we can leave it on.
Okay.
And then I'll just like cut the ending or whatever.
Okay.
So, well, you don't have any left.
No, so I can't cheers.
So we can just go. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks.
That's a good way to end it, I think.
Yeah.
Enjoy your deck beers.
Thank you.